The referendum is over. Fascism has taken over. The British Empire is reborn in fire and lightning. And speaking of fire and lightning, the storm clouds are brewing over Ireland and Italy apparently, covering most of the country, or those countries. So that's not brilliant for them. So I think they're a bit worried now with the British Empire on the run again. But with the new flag comes new opportunities, and as soon as the issue gas mask part are done, you can go straight into securing Iraq, which will be wonderful news. We'll have another path to go there. Message from Canada leaves. Oh, they're leaving our faction. The stupid sons of bitches have lost. We lost most of the Commonwealth. Well then, doesn't matter. We don't care. We're Great Britain. It doesn't matter what they do. It does not matter. We are strong enough. We're stronger without you, Canada. In fact, now I can invade you. Oh, independence of Canada is guaranteed by the United States. God damn it. And I'm not strong enough to take on the United States as well. Or am I? How strong is the United States? Details. They have 28 to 81 divisions, and I only have, what? 54 in total. But how strong do you think the United States would be against a strong British Empire that could knock down their doors and kill them all? With no faction there. And how many divisions do they have? 16 to 24. If I transferred over most of the British army to Canada, could a victory be accomplished? Is this a futile attempt to just gain popular support back at home, or is it a smart action? Well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. But the British army will relocate to Newfoundland or Newfoundland, or whatever you pronounce it. Or maybe just up here to Labrador. Whichever will be closest. I think Labrador. Well, they will spread out across the border anyway. Yes, Quebec and everything else will fall. Quebec. I think perhaps the British Navy should relocate. The Channel Force should relocate to Eastern Canada over here, but where exactly is the port? There we go. It only has available 10 ships at once. So maybe we should need to take another victim of Mussolini's ambitions. But what about the British ambitions? Or is this I don't even know if I should do this. It's a bit insane in a way. And suddenly we got more military factories being done. Yeah, I want to send the British fleet over here, but we don't have enough facilities over here to take care of them all. But if they leave us, they can't leave us. So now we can't go with the Commonwealth ties anymore. It's only the British Raj. The return of the king. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's no secret that no love is lost between George VI and the British Union of Fascists. Voices in Parliament are now calling for his resignation in favour of his exiled brother Edward. No, not Edward! Not Edward! No, not Edward. See, that's international unity. He's a bit better than before, that is true. He becomes the leader of the fascist party, Edward VIII. Yeah, let's see here. Gains national spirit, Edward VIII. Remove national spirit, George VI. Should we go with Edward VIII to become the leader of the fascist party? Political power gain is lowered by a drastic amount. But that will lower the justified war goal time a little bit. It will lower our national unity. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. We only have the British Raj left, so we can't do the Canada stuff here. Most of this is gone now, unfortunately. What we can do is invade Iraq, invade Canada proper to take it back, turn it into, well, it's basically conquered the whole damn lot of it. That we could do. But the Allies have become, well, not what it used to be, let's just say. No one wants to be part of our faction anymore. France, there's no factions left. I mean, we can take a look at factions here. There's only the Axis, there's us, which British Raj left, and the Comintern. That's all that's left. After the once glorious Commonwealth. Okay, perhaps we should start ferrying some troops over. Let's do it. They will... Wait, where... I hate that it's so small, it's so hard to see. There we go. There's a naval base. Is there no other naval base in that entire region? You gotta be kidding me. No, there's only that one and it's extremely small. Where is the closest one after that? It's way over here. So a blitzkrieg is needed in order to secure another naval base afterwards. Oh well, we will suffice. We will do it. No biggie. No biggie. This is going to be horrible. And a terrible loss for Britain in many, many ways. But now we have Edward VIII, so Mosley was replaced and is an inexperienced imperialist. So now our power change is drastically lower since we are continuing with these sort of stuff over here. But we should maybe go for infantry. Kenneth Anderson can take care of that. And then we can go for secure Iraq. That's good. So Edward VIII, I didn't know you were so hard on to become... Maybe he just wants to be like Victoria. I was going to say Victoria too, but I'm pretty sure there was only Victoria the first, or the only. I'm pretty sure he wants to be like her. Because he was the greatest empress or queen or whatever that Britain has ever had. No offense to the current queen. No offense at all. But I mean, there's a difference in the status of the British Empire back then under Victoria and the status of the British, well, I wouldn't say empire, but the United Kingdom or Great Britain as it is these days. Oh well, enough about that, I suppose. The whole army has vacated the British Empire, or the British Isles, and 31 divisions are now being sent over here. So, who will command them? There will be Bernard Montgomery, who's now following fascism. Who could have thought? I don't think anyone would have expected this to ever happen. Perhaps we should go with innovation plan, something along... Wait, let's skip that part. Let's go with something like this to begin with. That's the initial assault plan. And everyone will be assigned to that order. So perhaps you should get there. Unable to find a... No, they can't... Oh, I thought there was a connection over there. Well, that's disappointing then. If there's no way for them to actually get there. There's no naval base in all of Labrador. So you know what? Screw that plan then. I thought it was a way for it to go past. So maybe then... Wait, can they walk over here either? There's no way for them to just walk here. Walk over. There is not. Okay, well, screw it then. What the hell? This is shit. Crap. What the hell? Alright then, so we are now suddenly using a lot of attrition for no reason. This has been a disastrous military campaign. Incredibly bad. In just about every single way. We could land here in Nova Scotia. That could be a thing that happens. Free military factories, well, let's add one more here. And then use these ones to start a naval invasion that will go for Halifax and the nearby areas. That's gonna take a while for them to prepare. And yeah, oh god. Wait, you know what? How about let's not invade Canada like this. We need to find some other ways to do it. Maybe we need to build. Maybe we need to build a freaking naval base here then. Let's build a naval base over here. And let's speed up construction of that to the top. When will it be done? In June will the first one be done. See, this is much easier, much better. Much better. Well, I don't think much better, but it's better than what the previous plan was. And that's not saying a lot. Honestly. You can go for Recon Company and Engineer Company, improve those. And when that is done, we can just send the troops up here to Labrador and they can go with the original plan. See, that is much better. Much, much better. Why did I not think of that to begin with? And I think more and more divisions are just popping up here as they're being recruited, which is good. Low manpower at the moment. More and more troops are being stuck in divisions or in the army. But the navy is taking quite a lot of manpower too. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Just kind of need to go for, I think, extensive conscription soon to get enough people. Or maybe after secure Iraq, go for Military Training Act. Because that will give us some more people to work with. Even though that leads then to embargo Germany and then war with Germany. But we're waiting for Germany to declare war on Poland. Poland that has the support of no one. The support of no one, not even France. What are France doing now? Levy en masse. Well, and now then, when you get done with that, what are France going to focus on now? Destroyers for bases agreement. Okay, let's see. We will gain 34 American destroyers. Canada will gain 6 American destroyers. United States becomes owner and control of Bermuda, Leeward Islands, Southern Bahamas, Jamaica and Trinidad. So I would get a bunch of destroyers, but I would give up bases for no reason. And if I'm going to fight the United States, why would I give up on that? But 64, no, not 64, but 34 American destroyers is not too bad. Huh. No, I can't give up Jamaica, what the hell? America, you silly bin. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing your crap. See, this is done soon. Just in a couple of days. This will be done. Convoy sailing. Let's see, carrier organization. That's pretty good. Is the naval base ready now? Yeah, there's a naval base now. Alright, so let's transfer over your troops. To Labrador. There we go. Intelligence. Intelligence prevails once again. And there's another naval base there. So it will improve the level, which will be done in July. So in less than a month. So that's pretty good as well. We could use with a better air base over here though. Like if I could get an air base improved so I can send some airplanes sooner or later. That would be pretty good as well. This will lower the speed, but at least we will get an airfield done. And some airplanes to help out. And now we have the Military Training Act. It will end the war to end all wars thing. And now we can invade Baghdad. Iraq. We are now in the first war that the British Empire has done now for its desire to improve or increase its size. So currently a battle over here that is not going to go extremely well. I think I will put these divisions under a leader who will be Alan Brooke. Alan Brooke will be the leader, and these divisions can now go up here. They're actually being assaulted by a fairly extensive force under Muhammad ibn Jafar. Oh, Jafar. Hello there. And some hurricanes will be put here. 300 of them, in fact. Deploy from reserves, we're going to take just a little bit. But we have air superiority, which is pretty good. How did that division come over there? How is it in Kuwait City currently? This just makes no sense. And the British Raj has sent some troops as well, or you know, at least they make plans in time and on time, I was going to say. Yeah, but they make plans all the time for various stuff, but they never go through with it. And Italy is sending volunteers. By all means, Italy, come and help us. Do you want to join us? Join our faction, for God's sakes. What the hell? No, they're probably going to join the Axis when they have the opportunity. But it would be an interesting twist with them joining us rather than the opposite. Oh, so we already lost here? How about you get back into action instead of complaining? So how many... Well, Iraq is doing an extremely good war so far. 2,000 British dead for nothing at the moment. Well, at least we're winning one battle here. Basra will be taken as soon as this division is giving up. That's good. We at least won one battle. At least one battle. But this is going worse than expected. Much worse than expected. Maybe we can turn it around now over here. We do have a decryption advantage and we have air superiority. So that should help quite a bit. The emphasis on should. And here we're losing now, all of a sudden. And this one just keeps going on and on and on and on. Maybe if we keep them occupied, these divisions can move back, maybe reinforce. And the Canal Brigade can handle it in the meanwhile. So yeah, this one is rapidly increasing its organization. So get back there and then try to defend while the other one is covering your retreat. Holy shit, it is going bad. I had better thoughts for the retreat. This is almost like the Soviet Union invading Finland and getting its ass kicked. This is the same level in that we are getting our ass kicked and we will win the war. We will win the final battle of the war itself. There's no doubt that will happen. It's just the losses that are taking so unnecessarily high for what we're trying to do that it's not really worthwhile in the end. We might as well not have invaded. So that makes me a bit worried for what will happen here. Perhaps we will be able to take... It's Burnham Montgomery though, so it's a bit different. It's a bit different. So now with all those troops here, we can finally establish a front line. Hopefully that will work out well. Hopefully it won't take too much attrition and we can go from there and take the rest of Northern America. Depending on, of course, how strong the Americans become before that. They do have a lot of divisions now compared to me. So that is worrisome. And now we've had to retreat back to Kuwait City. Well, then, that's not brilliant. Perhaps we should just let them all rest up before we move forward. This is bloody disappointing. Don't tell me we're losing again in Kuwait City. No, we're not. We're actually beating back the Iraqis. But how the British Empire has lost more men than the Iraqis have, that boggles the mind a bit. So that makes me wonder how strong my divisions actually are. I will need to add anti-tank there sooner or later. Perhaps I should start making anti-tank guns already, even though I won't have anything to use it with yet. But I mean, at least that will stockpile up some anti-tank. And I could, I could add it to the template already. Like add a anti-tank again. Anti-tank, there we go. I don't know if it matters where you put it, so let's add it there. Hopefully this didn't mess up too much the battles that were happening. How are you losing over here, Alan Brook? Do I need to knock you out or something? What is the reason for all of this problem? Experience exceeding combat width. Well, that is a problem, exceeding the combat width. Knights, that doesn't help. They are entrenched, so that doesn't help either. Alright. Marines level 2, and change out the production of infantry equipment. go. And add a shit ton of factories over there. So now hurricane production will lower a bit, so motorized as well. To up the production of infantry equipment to maximum efficiency. Alright, so these divisions are now ready to punch through. Hopefully they will manage. Come on, give me a good battle. Can we do it over here as well? Perhaps that is overextending a bit. Currently it's going well. With all the bonuses being on our hand, which of course it bloody well should go well. So we lost this battle once again. It's extremely hot, that doesn't help. I mean, we are fighting in August in Iraq. That's not well planned. Should I put it a bit later? Perhaps we should start justifying our war goal to take Quebec. This takes 105 days, so the sooner we get started on it, the better for us. And as far as Montgomery is concerned, he has 31 divisions under his command. And the plan is to go along this river and take everything to Ottawa. And then along, is it called St. Lawrence? Oh, well. Is it called the Maritimes? Or is this the Maritimes? No, it's Nova Scotia. New Brunswick. Oh well, we will take this part of Montreal, Ottawa, and Quebec City is all within that path. And the Canadians don't have too many divisions, and I'm pretty sure most of them will probably be along the border of America. They only have 27 divisions, so the initial assault on Canada should go well. Problem is when the Americans arrive. Maybe they can celebrate another Independence Day. Oh, I want to watch the movie. The new one. The new Independence Day movie. I love the first one. I wonder if the new one will be any good. But now some more divisions are ready. We should maybe transfer them over to Montgomery to help him out. Do I have an Air Force base yet? I do. The Air Force base there is done, so I can send 600 fighters to deploy there. And with a naval base done now that can handle at least 20 units, I should probably increase the naval base there a bit more than so. And the Air Force base as well. Maybe I should have done the same with infrastructure over here. Yeah, maybe up the infrastructure too. Hopefully that goes much faster than everything else. Well, does it? No, it's actually much more expensive, so lower the infrastructure to the lowest. That's the lowest priority. We have Canadian infrastructure to use. Even though I think supply issues will be a big problem for this army. And that's something I'm aware will be a problem. But we need to punish the Canadians for withdrawing from our stuff. Maybe no retreat to normal operations. There we go. Normal operations in Eastern Canada. That will be beautiful. Okay, so now one division can move across this river here, and maybe soon we can advance on Baghdad after all. Wouldn't that be a treat? It's extremely hot, but I think divisions will handle it. We're finally breaking through here. Finally breaking through. How about you keep on pressuring the Iraqis? Come on, just pressure them. Make them go. What? How did he turn around then and attack again? How is that possible? Or is this just new divisions that shows up all the time? In that case, how many bloody divisions do they have? Come on, what is this? And now he walks away, and then he turns around and attacks. How can he do that if he just retreated? That's a very annoying loop, because my divisions will never reach that area, it seems. So how's the losses now? The Iraqis are finally losing a bit more than the British are. So that's good. That is good. Perhaps we can finally win this little battle here and break through. Because as soon as the cavalry can run past, then well, the war will basically be over. Oh, come on. How is this possible? That would never happen if I were the one commanding the Iraqi army. I would never be able to stall so much. There we go. Finally they gave up. Or were forced to. There we go. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, and they're focusing a lot on this poor Ceylon Defense Force over here. But at least now we can push on with the attack. There's only one full division here, and this is the cavalry that is... But come on! The cavalry was the only one in part of that battle. And the cavalry was the one being damaged. What the hell? And hope the Ceylon Defense Force can hold out, because this division is soon out. And this one is rather weak. So yeah, things are looking up, and up. Maybe we can cross the river over here. Is it Mosul or is it the other one? Wait, what's the river called again? Tigris. And Tigris and the other one. Which one is which? One is Tigris, the other one is called something else. I should know it. Oh well, I don't remember it. I remember now Mosul is a town. It's way up here. I was confusing it with the river Mosel in Germany. Oh well, Ceylon Defense Force held. Good job, Ceylon Defense Force. And this means that Iraqis are more or less done for. They are desperately going to try to, well, hold out against all hope. But as soon as Baghdad falls, then things will just progress nicely for us. Speaking of progressing nicely, how are things moving along in Canada? Can I boost popularity for fascism over here? That will cost us even more political power, so maybe that's not the best. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. Let's cancel that. So yeah, I'm tempted to continue with the thing with Canada, but that will pretty much seal the fate of all of the British Empire. There will be a move that cannot be undone. That can never be undone. Let's start attacking Baghdad. They have too many divisions there for us overall. And now they started to realize that they could probably move on and cut our troops off. So that's not brilliant. And if they can rejuvenate a little bit, not too much, but only a little bit, then they can attack over here and keep them occupied. Okay, maybe stop attacking Baghdad, that's stupid. Keep them occupied instead, make sure they cannot do anything to us, and move upwards and northwards to Mosul. Take Mosul, and after that we can wrap around and take them out. The western part is collapsing quickly. That's what I have to make use of. To reach Mosul in time to cut these off. Can that be done? The cavalry is surprisingly slow for being cavalry. Perhaps because there's no grass or anything to... Edward VIII questions Canadian sovereignty. That makes sense, you know? I too question Canadian sovereignty. Why would Canada need to be its own country again? Why can't it be part of the glorious British Empire? What the hell? What the hell, Canada? Come back to us. Part of our nation again. Well, that should be a pretty quick battle. Well, military training act, so now we have more men available to help out. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we can go with Balkan strategy now, or Benelux intervention. No Benelux intervention. Should probably go along with air rearmament at this point. Go and keep the assault running forward. In fact, maybe help out here to just help out with the breakthrough. Get the initial breakthrough out. And how long until the Canadian war could feasibly start? Fairly long way away, so I will leave it to you, dear viewers. Should the Canadian invasion continue, bear in mind that the United States has a ton of divisions and increasingly getting more so. We are being outnumbered heavily. The British forces are performing terribly in the desert over here, even though victory is at this point inevitable. So what do you think? Should an invasion of Canada actually happen or not? Let me know. And until you let me know, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.